Job B, you work no more than 24 hours and you earn 1850. So I present it a little different, right? I would normally have one bullet that is just how much each gets paid, right? But now I'm kind of lumping it all together. She's willing to work no more than 32 hours in a week. Oh boy, and now I need my fourth highlighter, which I don't have. And she would also like to earn a certain amount. So I'm going to go yellow again, right? Earn at least $355 per week. So let's see how we do here. I tell you what X and Y is supposed to be, so that's one less worry to have there. Hours worked at job A, hours worked at job B. Develop a system. So this at least 5 pertains to, wait now guys, okay? Pertains to only the first job, and that has to be greater than or equal to 5. That is one inequality that is there. Yeah, it only pertains to the first one. Okay. What about the earning? There's no at least attached to this, right? So this is just going to be a coefficient, so we'll park it for now. Job B, you work no more than 24 hours. So job B, you have to work less than or equal to 24 hours. That's your second inequality. No more than 32 hours per week. X and Y, the hours you work in both jobs is less than or equal to 32. It's almost like Christmas. That's what my Christmas sounds like at home. Oh my goodness, what did I get? Okay, next, this is where another inequality is stated, and it mentions income, right? So that's when you're gonna go back and use these as your coefficient. So it's 1075 x plus 1850 y. That has to be greater than, right? You want to make at least 355. So if you find out the hours, you want to make more than 355 bucks. Okay, so make sure you write these down, even if you got them wrong, right? If you got them wrong, make sure you write them down. Okay, graph the scenario, label the solution region. To save some space here, I'm going to just, these two are very easy to do, right? This is a vertical line, and it's obviously solid. True is where? This is where you need to update your study sheets. True is right, shade left. Yeah. And I'm sure some of you went back after yesterday's quiz and looked it up. So this is horizontal line. Solid. True is below. We're going to shade above. So those I take care right there. And now we're going to graph. So x plus y is less than or equal to 32. That one is 32, 0, and 0, negative 30. Oh, sorry. 0, 32. And then y is less than or equal to, the x comes over, it's negative plus 32. So this is solid, true is below, shade above. I'll block that off like this, and then I do the one that has those decimals there. Y, right, is greater than or equal to 355. X-intercept, Y-intercept. This one I'm going to spend some more time on. So I'll let you do the work, but this is 33.020 and 0.1919. Okay? Just so we don't run out of time here. All right. Then we need to rewrite that. So it's 1850. Y is greater than or equal to. This comes over subtracting, and you add the 355 to it. Divide everything by 1850. And so y is greater than or equal to. And you know what? I'm just going to leave it like that, because the calculator can take care of that, right? It's just, you just have to use brackets when you enter it into your calculator. Okay? So I circle that because that's important to me, and you're going to need that. Solid, true is above. I'm going to have to shade below. Okay? Let's graph it now. I'm looking at these. I need to at least have up to 40 here. Right? Right, I'm going to go up to 60 here just to make sure I have hours at job A. And then here I'll have hours at job B. Okay. Y-intercept, I'm going to go to 25 at least. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay. Okay. So the first one, the x is greater than or equal to 5. That should be right here. That's a vertical line. I'm going to graph the vertical and the horizontal right away. There's the 5, and then the other one is the 24, which is right about there. Oh, I should have extended it a little bit. And then my diagonals, I have, oh, yeah, Mr. Dirksen, what were you doing? Anyways, easy fix, 20, 40, but then I'll have to, that's what happens when you go off script. Okay. So 24 is going, this is 30, so 25, 24 is right about there. That's more like it. Okay. And then you have the 32, 32, and 32. That's your diagonal. And this is x plus y is less than or equal to 32. And then this other one here, 33, which is just beside it, 0, 9, or 19 is right about there. So we just connect that way. And then this line is 10.75x plus 1850y, and that is greater than or equal to 355. Right, now I can start shading. So I'm going to start with the vertical and the horizontal. So I told myself that I'm going to shade to the left here. And the horizontal, I'm going to shade above it. So I can cover up my mistake. Bury it. Okay, and then the diagonals, this one is above, so this one here, I have to shade above it, right? you don't know how hard it is to make sure these all, when you make the word problem, they have to work out. So I'm sitting there, it's like, oh, wait a minute, this won't work. And so this one is below. So my solution region is right there. Remember, keyword solution polygon is the same thing as solution region, right? If that ever comes, it is a polygon if you think about it, right? And so now that I've graphed it, I've labeled, all the lines are labeled, solution is labeled, good. Okay, how many corner points? 1, 2, 3, 4. This one you can read. This one is what? 524, right? This one is 524. I will enter them into my calculator so that we have everything. So you've got 24. I will not tell you anymore how to do this one, okay? The 9. Put it on your study sheet if you're not sure. Uh, and then I have, watch how I do this last one, right? Negative divided by 18.5. I will strongly suggest to always enter as a fraction, don't round, because then your answers will be off, okay? Okay, and then graph them all. It is a lot faster now, isn't it? Wow. I wish I would have known that a long time ago. What? Uh, I'll show you in a bit. Right now, I want to finish this. Yeah, it's on Google Classroom. Okay, watch. So please pay attention because some of you were getting the wrong corner points. So let me just try to focus it there a little bit. There we go. So enter, right? And then it's asking for the second curve. You jump, go up and down to the one. And so that one is 824. Write that down. And then you go second trace 5. And let's say we want this one here. So you jump and see how it turns red? That means that you're now on that line. So you won't see the cursor on your screen quite often. So you just hit enter. And then you jump to, in my case, it's the pink one. And there it finds it. So it's 516.28. Can I leave it like that? Because it's hours, right? Yeah. Technically, I could write, can only do half-hour increments, right? Because employer won't pay you for 0.28 of an hour, most likely, but, right? We can leave it. We can leave it. And then this one down here, that one you should all know how to do. But if you don't, just jump until it's the intersection between the black and the pink for me, right? So I'm just gonna, you don't have to get closer to it, but I'm just showing you, enter. It just happens to jump to the pink one, enter, enter. So it's 30.58 and 1.42. You round it. Did you state this one and the rounded version? 5806. Yeah, so rounding. Okay, what's the objective function that would determine the total income? You go back, right? Total income would be 1075x plus 1850y. You get 1 mark. You get 1 mark if you have that. Never graph it. Never graph your objective. It may or may not use numbers that you've already used for your inequalities. Okay? Which combination would result in the greatest income? Not a lot of room, I know. 5. What's our time? Yeah, we still have time. So write this down because you need to know how to do the full thing if you haven't done this, right? Write down the corner points that you should have had, and then you can work backwards and figure it out. Times 24, I'll figure out what that is. I is 1075 times 5, 1850, 1628, and then it's 824. I is 1075 times 8 plus 1850 times 24, and 30.58. The reason why I want you to write this down is because I will give this back to you. So if you make the corrections, you get it back. Usually I don't give ACs back, but this one I will. I kept on telling you, write this down, didn't I? Okay. Okay. And so I'm just making sure I have this in the same order on my key. I do. So that's 497.75, 354.93, 530, and then it's 355.01. So this is the combo that gives you the maximum income. So working 8 hours at job A and 24 hours at job B, sorry, will maximize income. The 530, so I'm going to zoom in, okay? So you might not see my concluding statement, but that way you can at least see what I did there. So yeah, this is reverse shading. So when you look at line A, this is false and then this is true, right? Because if you use reverse shading, just because it's right, you follow that line. It's like, hey, you've shaded the false region, meaning, and what do you focus on? The true region. That's what you always focus on, not the false. Okay. So you know what? Let's see here. It's crossing right there, so it's -3. That's -3 for line A, and I'm scanning. It's right here. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, that should be 1/2 then. Which is the same thing. Yeah. I just didn't see it. I need glasses. Okay, -1/2. Intercept is 3. True is above, and it's solid. So y is greater than or equal to -1/2 x minus 3. 2/4 is okay, yeah. Yeah. But it reduces to 1/2, right? And that you can actually tell that this point in between is also, right? So that's 1, 2, right? So really reduced, it's 1, 2. But 2/4 is still okay. 5/10, 10/20, you name it. Okay, slope for this second line, I'm at 4 here. So I scan and I see right there that there's another point. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Positive 2 over 3. And the intercept is 4. True is above, and it's dashed. So that means that I'm going to have to go y is greater than 2/3 x plus 4. Remember that little booklet I gave you yesterday, the foldable, right? Like if you practice that, this should have been aced. That's just my opinion. Okay. And there's no excuse I couldn't see the graph, right? Half a page worth of graph. So okay, last one. Okay, before we go, I need to make sure you understand this. If you have 5 inequalities, you need to enter these points to all 5. As soon as one of them is false, it's not a solution. You're done. You can go through all of them one by one, and if you get one false, that's it. I guess what I need to warn you here is the double negative, right? So negative and negative turns positive. So it's 35 plus this, which is 110. So that is true. Negative and negative is positive, so that's 90 plus this. So it's not a solution. You need to tell me whether or not it is. Okay. Okay. So here's the deal. Okay. You get to keep this. I'm not even gonna take it. But you will have to. You will get a second chance next week. Something like this. You want it? You want it? You did great on it. Okay. One more thing. Let me stop the recording because I don't want to yell on the recording.